In just a moment, we're gonna be doing a Magic Band unboxing, and I have tons of tips coming up for you, so stay tuned. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Daphne, and today's video was actually inspired by you guys. I had so many questions in our last Magic Band unboxing video that I posted about 10 months ago now, that I was like, you know what, I really need to do a new one of these and address all these amazing questions. So if you notice the little number block behind me, we have 7 more days until our very own Disney World vacation, and we are so excited. We just cannot wait to get there. By the time you see this video, we will probably already be there. We might even be home by then. It just depends on how quick I am about getting out this video. The first thing that we're gonna do is we're gonna open up this box, and then I'm gonna tell you all the goodies that you need to know about these amazing Magic Bands. There's going to be a little perforated tab here on the front. We're just gonna rip that open. The inside of the box is, and so on the inside it says, let your vacation begin. So I'm gonna take these out of the box for you to see here, and usually there's a couple little extra hidden things down in the sides, and I'll get into that in just a second. All right, so here are the 4 Magic Bands, and you can see that we have actually named them. You can name these whatever you want. That's the really cool thing about it. You can customize them however you like. I've named mine Mary Poppins, Addie's is Minnie Mouse, Emma's must be this one, Donald Duck, and Landon has LT for his initials. And so on the opposite side of the Magic Band, on that little puck there in the center, it will also have that name, and it will be assigned a number. And that number is what's going to link your tickets and your reservation onto your My Disney Experience account. So let's find out what else is in the box, and then we'll talk more about these Magic Bands. So down in the little side of this box right here, you can see there is the Magic Band information card. And quite often you will also find in one of these little pockets, you will find luggage tags. Now we didn't get any this time. I'm not really sure why. Maybe it's the length of our trip. I know that they don't always give them out. I know some people were very concerned because they didn't get luggage tags, and in my last video I had shown them. What you do have is this little handy dandy information guide, and I'm gonna kind of go over a lot of this stuff with you in this video today. So I'm not gonna read this, but if you have any questions, then when you get your Magic Bands, this will tell you what your Magic Bands can be used for, the safety of it. Okay, so now I'm gonna start answering some of the questions about the Magic Bands themselves. And the first question that a lot of people ask is, who actually will receive a Magic Band? So who will get a box like this in the mail? So if you live in the United States and you have booked a stay on property with Walt Disney World in Florida, then they will send you a box of Magic Bands. Now, if you live outside of the US and you are staying on property, then from what I understand, you will pick up your Magic Bands when you check in at your resort. So, and I don't know if they let you select colors or not. I'm sorry, I don't have the answer to that question. But last I heard, they only gave you gray Magic Bands. The other people that will receive a Magic Band is annual pass holders. So if you're an annual pass holder, you will have the ability to go in and choose the color you want, and then Disney will send you Magic Bands, but they aren't going to come before a specific trip. You will get these after you purchase your annual pass. We had to actually go into our My Disney Experience account, was linked to the annual pass, and then we could choose them at any point in time throughout the duration that we had the annual passes, and then Disney would ship them to us. And I don't think this took very long. It was a pretty quick process. We probably had them within 30 days of choosing the Magic Band colors that we wanted. All right, so the next question is, who can actually use the Magic Bands? And the answer is simple. Everybody can use the Magic Bands. Now, if you did not book an on-property stay at Disney World, or you are not an annual pass holder, then you can actually purchase your own Magic Bands. You can do this ahead of time if you like. There are so many different Magic Bands that you can actually purchase online. They might be for a special event or time of year. Like, for example, I know they came out with one when Toy Story Land opened. They have one for Food and Wine Festival. There are so many more choices when you are buying them online. And even people that are sent these for free, a lot of people buy their own Magic Bands because they want some of these special event-only Magic Band items. If you do that, then you would just take the numbers off the back of the Magic Band and link them into your My Disney Experience account, and then it's yours. Each day of your trip, you can use a different Magic Band if you like, and we've done that. We've brought all assorted colors for each of us. I can't use my kids' Magic Band and they can't use mine, but I can use any one of my own because they're all linked to my account. So naturally the next question would be, what can I use a Magic Band for? And if Disney is not sending me one for free, property, is it worth it to spend the money on a magic band? So if you were staying on property, this magic band will work as your room key. It will actually get you into your room. It will also work for purchases, for food or other park souvenirs. So if you are at your resort hotel and you decide you want to go down and grab a quick bite to eat, like we were staying at Pop Century on our most recent trip in May, and we were able just to walk to the food court, and I didn't have to bring a purse with me or anything. I just had my magic band on my wrist at all times. We went down to the food court. We each ordered food from different stations that they had there, and I was just able to tap my magic band, enter my PIN code, and then they just charged it to our room. So it made it very easy. Sometimes it's a little too convenient, if you know what I mean. And then after that, we were able to go over to their gift shop, and if there were some items there that we wanted to purchase, we could make those purchases without having to run back to the room and grab a credit card or ID. And then additionally, everybody can use magic bands for their memory maker. This is for your PhotoPass opportunities. So if you were to purchase Memory Maker, which I highly believe in, and that's a whole other story, but if you were to purchase Memory Maker for your trip, this is where you can get all of your ride photos. If you were to be in the park and you saw a PhotoPass photographer and you wanted a picture in front of the castle, in front of the Epcot ball, and when they take your picture, afterward they're just gonna scan your magic band, and now all of those pictures are loaded onto your My Disney Experience account. Everyone can also use the magic band to get into the park. So if you are entering a water park or one of the theme parks, then you're going to tap your magic band at the gate entry and then scan your finger, and that way they know that this ticket belongs to you and no one else will be able to use that magic band except for you. You can also use this to get into your fast pass reservations. Now, Disney actually allows you to reserve ahead of time 3 rides or attractions for each day of your park tickets. So if you have chosen those ahead of time, then this is what you will use at the entrance of the ride. You'll just scan your magic band for the time that you're supposed to be there for, and then you'll be able to get onto the ride. So everyone will be able to use it for your PhotoPass opportunities, for your rides, and for your park entry. Additionally, people staying on property or resort guests will be able to use it for their room entry, for their purchases for dining or souvenirs. So that's what you can use the magic band for. Is it worth it to have one of these bands if you're not staying on one of the resorts? My answer is yes. I think these are fantastic. I think they make everything very simple. I like being able to wear it on my wrist instead of worrying about where my card is. If you are staying off property, Disney will actually send you a plastic card that also contains that RF technology, and you'll just use that to scan in at the entrance or to check in for your rides. But to me, it's a lot easier to wear the magic band than to have to find the card all the time. I'm like, did I put it in my back pocket? Is it in my purse? I don't want to bring my purse. Where did I put it in the backpack? So to me, it's a lot easier to be wearing this, and that's why I do recommend having the magic band instead. So like I mentioned earlier, you're still being able to use it for your park entrance, for your fast passes, and for your memory maker, for all your PhotoPass opportunities. So to me, that makes it worth it to be able to have one of these. The other thing about these magic bands is they are customizable, and I've already kind of talked about this a little bit. There are 8 different colors that you can choose on the website when you're choosing the free ones that Disney will send you. There's red, blue, green, yellow, orange, gray, purple, and pink. And so you'll get to choose the color that you want, but then you can also choose what you want to call it, and I've called mine M. Poppins. I love Mary Poppins. She's my favorite live action Disney character. So I've named this one M. Poppins, and I know that one's mine because she's my character, she's my girl. And then I was able to choose it in red. And I have, I believe I have most of the colors at this point, but I'm still trying to collect a couple. So Adeline has this purple one, this mini one. And I also wanna show you what else you can do. So there are all these little holes there, and you can adjust it to your wrist size. And so it fits every wrist. Actually, Disney leaves plenty of room to be able to size these for what you need. But then if you see this gray piece on the end here, it's actually a little bit longer than Addie needs it to be. So if you can see that little line there where it's kind of perforated, we can actually punch that out. I'll show you how to do that right now. I'm just gonna stick my thumbnail in here, and now I can just tear off the excess bit of the strap, and it's as easy as that. So this little piece on the end, this little tail, I can just remove it, and now this is sized for someone with a smaller wrist or perhaps a child. If you have a really small child and you know that they're going to keep playing with this and taking it off and you don't want them to lose it, Kids under 3 actually don't even need a magic band, but if you want them to have one, you certainly can. So on the back of the magic band, there are little tiny screws at the top and the bottom here, and you would just remove the screws to remove this center puck. And then you can buy accessories. For example, I know they have keychains that you can put this puck into, and then you can hang that keychain onto your park bag or your purse, wherever you like. And then you can just scan that instead of having to wear this on your wrist. So if you don't like to have things on your wrist, or if you know you have a child that's going to keep losing it, then maybe you would like to invest in one of those accessories. I've had a lot of people also ask me how these work. You know, can they get wet? What kind of technology do they use? So yes, the answer is yes, they can get wet. They actually use an RF technology, which is radio frequency technology, and they store all of your information that's linked on your My Disney Experience account. So if you were to drop this, if you were to actually lose your magic band, if your credit card information is linked to this band, a lot of people worry, well then will somebody have access to my credit card information? Can they make charges with it? And that's a really good question. The answer is no. You are given an opportunity to assign a PIN number to your account when you get a magic band. So in order for them to make any sort of charges, if they're making any sort of purchases for dining or souvenirs, they would actually need to give that PIN code to be able to use it. So it's not gonna do them any good unless they have that PIN code. So yes, this is completely safe as far as that goes, and it can get wet. So you can wear it in the pool, you can wear it to the water parks, you can even leave it on for the duration of your stay and wear it in the shower. We don't usually take them off, and that way we don't have to worry about leaving them in the room and then heading to the park without it. I also had one of my viewers ask me if this was safe for their father who had a pacemaker. And what Disney actually says regarding ICDs and pacemakers is that because of the RF technology, they recommend, the device manufacturers recommend that you keep any sort of RF technology 9 inches away from the device. Additionally, Disney recommends that if you have a pacemaker or an ICD or hearing aids or insulin pumps or any of these things that you might be concerned about, that you should either contact the device manufacturer or talk to your physician. So that's the short answer from Disney, is make sure that you're doing the safest thing for you. So you might also be wondering when you'll receive your magic band, and typically they come about 3 weeks before your vacation, give or take just a little, and this would be again for US residents only. We usually get ours about 23 to 26 days before our trip, but Disney says that it can be a little longer than that to ship to you. So just be patient. You will get it before your vacation, and if you are outside of the US, just remember you will pick that up at the check-in desk when you check into your resort. All right, another big thing. If you're flying to Disney World, do not pack these in your checked luggage, because then if you were to lose your luggage, then you're gonna be out a magic band. They'll actually ask you ahead of time if you're gonna be using Disney's Magical Express. Disney's Magical Express is actually a free shuttle service that runs between MCO Orlando Airport and the Walt Disney World resorts. So if you are staying on one of those resorts and you're flying into MCO, and they will send you luggage tags that will go on your bags, and you'll attach those to your bags when you land in Orlando, then you're gonna walk down to the shuttle bus check-in, and there's gonna be a counter there, and she's going to scan your magic band for everyone in your party. So you will need them at that time. So we usually put them in our carry-on luggage, not our checked luggage, and then we take them out when we get to Orlando, and that way we don't risk losing them somewhere in the airport between here and there. Okay, that's it. I think I've answered everybody's questions from the last video, as well as a few additional ones that I wanted to add in here. And if you have any additional questions, please make sure that you ask them in the comment section down below. I do try to respond to people as soon as I possibly can. Thank you guys so much for joining me today for this magic band unboxing. I hope you found this video really helpful. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. That really helps our channel out a lot, and consider subscribing if you haven't done so already. Everybody have a magical day. We'll talk to you real soon.